Remember, until you see Discord show up on that image on your little thumbnail, we're still doing the rift. You do not have to click. I will not be mad. Instead, feel free to tell me about how much you love Macross. Thank you. For the rest of you, let's continue. Luckily, Mike had said that this training chapter was boring, so I'm kind of glad. But on the one hand, he does have a pretty decent song playing at the end here. The hour's approaching, just give it your best. You've got to reach your prime. That's what you need to put yourself to the test and show us a passage of time. We're gonna need a montage. Montage! Oh, it takes a montage. Montage! Show a lot of things happen at once. Remind everyone what's going on. What's going on? With every shot, you show a little improvement. The show it all would take too long. That's called a montage. Montage. Oh, we want a montage. Montage. And anything that you want to go from just a beginner to a pro, you need a montage. Montage. Even Rocky had a montage. Montage. Anything you want to go from just a beginner to a pro, you need a montage. Montage. All it takes a montage. Montage. Always fade out in a montage. If you fade out, it seems like more time has passed in a montage. Hey, Mikey, are you sure you're okay? 'Cause World America, Team America, World Police seems a little more mature than you. Just saying, it feels like this is a little bit out of your age range. Training went smoothly. They simulated drilling through different types of ground and even stimulated different situations. Once they got to the asteroid, which they drilled onto, they had to be cautious, even while they worked, to avoid breaking the drill heads or blow out the transmission so the whole world wouldn't even work. Finally, everything was all set. Lunch day was only about 2 days away, and while Link was taking his restroom break, ellipses, when it began to happen, just like his dream again. As he sat there, he could feel himself being pulled away to the sacred realm. Huh? Oh, no, ellipses, not again! He mumbled.
Link, ellipses, can you hear me?
Said a familiar voice. Link looked around. Rauru? It was him all right, but he wasn't alone. Link quickly pulled his back up when he noticed the girls at Darien were also dragged in with him. Will someone please tell me what's going on here? Snapped Ray.
And who is this guy?
Asked Darien. Is he one of the sages too? No, you would think Link would tell them the names, but no.
Rauru nodded. I am Rauru. Ellipses, the Seeds of Light, and one of the original group of sages, he said. I have brought you all here to tell you that the time for the final showdown with the King of Evil has already arrived.
He also confirmed with them it was all true. Ganondorf really was hiding in an asteroid that was coming. It was explained pretty much why he couldn't be found before. At least he wasn't even on Earth. That's right, Ganondorf's so desperate he's willing to wreck his own home. I hope he has good insurance. It was also determined that he had complete control of the asteroid and was able to make it do anything he wanted, including making small meteorites fly from it to Earth. So when they went up there, they would have to find his castle and confront him, and get the drilling project done, ellipses, somehow.
No, ellipses, before you actually depart, you should all meet the one who is waiting for you, said Rauru, on the night before you leave. Ellipses, meet the one who is waiting for you at the temple of time.
Rauru began to fade away with the images. Wait, ellipses, don't go, cried Link. Who is this guy? But Link already found himself back in the restaurant talking to himself. When he came back, he was surprised to find everyone waiting for him. What are we going to do now? Asked Mina. We're about to walk into the lion's den. Nobody knew what to say or even think. Now the whole mission was beginning to look more and more suicidal. To the girls, this is even worse than when they tried to find Queen Beryl and 4 of them were nearly killed. Nearly! That's a nice, deep way of putting it. We have no choice. Link said, if we stay here, we'll die for sure. So everyone else on the planet. If we go out there, we might only get killed. The odds were not in favor either way. Still, they knew they had to do that. And decided the first priority was meet this mystery person. Whoever it was. Link kept wondering, this mystery person. Could it be Dash Dash? He had to consider all the possibilities, but bracing himself, it was going to be who he hoped. The next day, The launch day was a day after tomorrow. Link was talking with Yamato on the phone. It was Speed and Renee. I want my team to have tomorrow off. He said, what do you mean off? Yamato asked, I want to be able to get out of here for at least 10 hours. They'll all head to Florida and go to Kennedy. Gee, I don't really think we could do that, replied Yamato. We were just taking a chance here. Why would they talk, or would they hurt, Link wasn't up for the taking. No, Fine answered this time. Well, what if they go out there and forget about what they're fighting for? He asked. Remember, we did not ask to do this. You dragged us into it. Now we have no choice. This business really got the race now. Tomorrow will be very well the last day they ever see Earth again. So, I could have sworn you all were heroically doing this, not getting dragged in by your feet. Okay, whatever. Just put in the different lines, whatever you want. Your mother was possessed when Link asked Speed, Renee, you got families? I have a wife and 2 girls, replied Speed. And I have a boyfriend, who I do miss a little. Then suddenly they realized Link was right. They could all use this time off and spend some time with their loved ones. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, Link replied. The next day, their time off was granted, and they never felt the need to get out of there. Keep in mind not to mention anything about the asteroid to anyone. Time to zero bit, 3 days, 6 hours, 12 minutes, 24 seconds, time to impact, 3 days, 10 hours, 9 minutes, 24 seconds, Phew! Once again, if you guys were doing the drinking game at home, you'd be drunk by now. Girls each went home, except for Dorian and Darian, and preferred some quality alone time together in the park. If you know what I mean. Hey, you okay? He asked her. Serena didn't know what to say. She was sad, excited about the mission coming, but most of all, she was afraid. What if we don't even make it up there? You can teleport. What if some of us don't make it back? Teleport! My little brother was right. You've done this before. See how on Darian. I can't lose all you again. I just can't. Darian placed his finger on her lips. Shh, ellipses. Don't think about it now. He said to her, it might even happen. But what was he saying? None of them actually knew Ganondorf the way Link did. This was no ordinary villain they were going after. Ellipses. This was the king of evil they were talking about. The very creature that blew up Link's entire homeworld. It was even more powerful than Queen Beryl ever was. Defeating him and saving the world for total obliteration would be somewhere between hard and nearly impossible. I would almost believe it if Link hadn't already kicked his ass on his own multiple times! Still, Lucy's, we never let anything stop us before, replied Darian. And I know I'm not going to stop. I'll protect you to the bit or end, and the world by your side. Serena smiled, trying to peck him on the cheek, but stopped on her last inch and brought her lips to his. There they sat, without a care in the world. I think they snogged. Later on, it was getting pretty late, and everyone had their fair share of free time. Now they were just staying in the Temple of Link, training for any incoming battle when confronting Ganon's castle. Hey, you try doing multiple voices at once here. It's not easy. Although, it's real hard, pushing their strengths beyond their limits to prepare for anything. They even sparred against each other for a little while. Did I just read this? They all head back to the temple, still transformed. A roused spirit was speaking through the door of time.
I am most impressed with all your training, he said. I have complete faith in all of you and wish you well on this journey. But be warned, Ganondorf is fully aware that you are coming, and he is at this moment preparing for your arrival.
Everyone gave a chill down their spine. Is there anything you could do to help them? Asked Luna.
Rauru shook his head. Unless, my power only has little influence, even in the sacred realm, he said. I do, however, know of someone who can help you. And that person you shall meet momentarily. For now, I wish you all good luck.
Wait, don't go, cried Aramis, but the door had already sealed.
Damn it, Rauru,
growled Tato.
Always leaving us with grills.
I don't think he really meant to keep us guessing, said Mercury. We should trust his words and meet up with this mystery person. I agree, said Mars. We're bound to meet this guy, whoever he is, pretty soon. I say we go for it and wait. The heroes all agreed, including Link, so they waited, and waited, Some took short naps. Link also found the time to sharpen his master sword, and Darian's big Goron sword. Are things looking good? Link, it's the sword of evil's bane. It never even dulls. Darian pulled a leaf off of one of the plants and dropped it to the blade on his sword. The leaf split up on the blade. Lucy's perfect, Darian said. Suddenly Jupiter looked up. Hey, it's you, she said. Just rattled everyone, and they turned to saw Sheik standing at the foot of the stairs leading to the outside. I know you have all been waiting for me, she said. Link, ellipses, the hero of time, and Sailor Senshi, ellipses, the planet soldiers, ellipses, you too, Tuxedo Common. All of you have overcome many hardships and reawakened the power of the six stages. Well, except for you, Tux Boy, you're useless. Now you all have a final challenge. A showdown with Ganondorf, King of Evil. Tell us something we don't know, Jupiter muttered. Link had suddenly noticed his Triforce fragments were flashing, as they were reacting towards Sheik. Surprisingly, I bet you're wondering why your Triforce fragments are reacting, Link, Sheik asked. No, I really don't know. I mean, I know it's you. So let's just skip to the legend and let's see what'll happen.
Good. I get paid by the word, you know. The legend did go that the Triforces separated into three parts, ellipses, power, ellipses, wisdom, ellipses, and courage, ellipses. But there was a hidden legend to them as well. Although each Triforce piece had its own special qualities, they all had one very vital flaw in their existence. They each followed the life force of the ones who bared them, meaning that the Triforces could only exist as long as their respective bearer was alive. If the bearer were to be killed, then the Triforce that they bear would also vanish forever. The only way they can be separated from the Triforce that they bear would be shattered into several tiny swords, which would then gathered and reassembled in the former glory. And listen to this, ellipses. A whole piece or shards of a piece can detect the position of all swords or other Triforce parts, making it easier to gather up the fragments. But only when all the pieces have been acquired and assembled into a whole Triforce, the swords can be inside or taken out of anyone. Only when a full piece is assembled will it rejoin and remain in the other's hand permanently. Lucy's Link, 10,000 years ago, when you faced Ganondorf, you could not have destroyed him, or the Triforce of Power would have ceased to exist, replied Sheik. However, ellipses, if either one or the three fragments were destroyed, then all the other parts would have lost their powers. But as you can tell, ellipses, all three of them are still in existence. Link was most amazed. If I'd known that from the very start, I would have found the other two long ago. He said, Mars, hi Zelda, hello. The Triforce of Wisdom began to glow, and there was a bright flash. Everyone had to shield their eyes. Then they looked back. Ellipses, they all gasped when they saw Link couldn't believe his eyes. It was Zelda!
And finally, Viken says something that I totally agree with. Picture her the way she looks in Twilight Princess. She looks real hot that way. Dang straight! Zelda looks gorgeous in Twilight Princess. I mean, we are total bodacious babe. Granted, that's only the second hottest Zelda's ever looked. I really think her form in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is even hotter. I mean, just that demure look, that wonderful smile, that beautiful voice. It's sexy, everybody. Oh, such a beautiful, lovely, hot, sexy Yahoo!
If we may continue without Mr. I think a video game character is hot pony over here getting in the way.
It was her, Ellipses. It was really, truly her. It is I, Ellipses, the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda, Ellipses. So you have pointed ears like, oh, you know who Zelda looks like! I mean, is there anybody who's reading this, watching this, listening to this, who really does know what Princess Zelda looks like? Has nobody here who's been listening to this channel really played a Zelda game before? Because I sincerely doubt that, since one of my most popular fandom Fridays is a entire fic dedicated to Link and Zelda having their first child! And for some odd reason, her earrings were in Super Bowl Triforce 1. The others kept muttering their breaths. Princess? Princess? Hey. Where's my only love? Dylan stepped forward. So respect everyone. As he said, bowed in Zelda's presence. The others got down on one knee and bowed to her as well. Since the other girls are princesses too, do they really need to bow? I mean, they're royalty too. Link remained perfectly still, unable to believe his eyes.
Hello, Link,
Zelda said in a soft voice.
I missed you so much.
Oh, and I would use Breath of the Wild Zelda voice, but every Zelda is different, so... Zelda? Link cried. All this time you were... Ellipses. Zelda knew she had deceived him and the others for a long time. Please, Link. Ellipses. Do not be upset with me. She said, I apologize for deceiving you, but I needed to hide from Ganon's sights. Ooh! Huh. Spectrum 1 laptops, free fast reliable internet, Wi-Fi mobile for 12 months. 12 months. Oh, I gotta check that deal out. Oh, sorry. You continue on. You were saying. Everyone else got up. Tuxedo asked, "Master?" But Link was acting as though he couldn't see or either hear them. Zelda had her alone. Please, Link. Won't you let me explain? Ellipses. She cried with tears forming her eyes. Link smiled, and a tear rolled down his eye. He turned towards her. You don't have to, he said. Zelda looked up as Link walked over to her and held her hands. I can forgive you, Zelda, Ellipses, because I still love you. Zelda smiled as her tears began to fall, resting her head against Link's chest. Link wrapped his arms around her, holding her closer. This awed the others. Ah! No, A-W-E. Ooh, that's better. Some of the girls wiped their eyes.
After 10,000 years, Ellipses, they're still in love.
Mercury sniffled.
Yes, Ellipses, it's so romantic.
Zelda began to explain everything. Ellipses.
Before planet Legla exploded, she was badly injured and only had enough power to spare Link, but completely unaware of Vimpa's spell. Just after Link was frozen and cast out into space, Ellipses, Zelda herself had gotten frozen into a crystal and thrown out into these two. Link, unfortunately, was too far away and thought to have been lost forever. But Zelda was found by the spirits of the 6 sages and kept guarded safely very well for all the ages.
After learning you were safe and that Ganondorf had returned, the sages defrosted me and sent me to Earth, passing myself as a seeker to aid your quest against Ganondorf and his evil minions. She began to look a little sad and distressed. For so long, how I wish I could have revealed myself to you all earlier, make things more clear. She then looked up with a brave look on her face. Now that all of you received the power of the sages, the history of Ganondorf, the evil king, will come to a close. Demise, on the other hand, is going to keep going. Everyone nodded with confidence in their eyes. There wasn't going to be any lockup or freezing this time. Ganondorf was going to meet his long-deserved fate. Finally, forever. Sure! Trust in your powers. Remember that the spirits of sages will guide you, replied Zelda. And here is a weapon for all of you that can penetrate the evil king's defenses, which is only handed to the chosen ones. The sacred arrows of light. Held in her hand, and it was the last Triforce shard. She had it on her all along. Zelda used both it and the power of her own Triforce of Wisdom to make all in new magical arrows appear, a beam of light on its way to everyone who had bows and hearts. All of them had received the light arrows, a enchanted magical arrow with the powerful goal to smite evil. All that they were equipped with now, they were sure not to lose, but suddenly, the whole temple began to rumble, and walls and ceilings began to crack up. What's going on? Cried Sailor Moon. The planets began toppling over. The water leaks little rivers flashed boiled to nothing. The music in the temple stopped, and Zelda looked frightened. That Ellipses rumbling. It can't be. What is it? Cried Venus. Suddenly, a giant pink gem appeared around Zelda, trapping her aside. Zelda! Cried Drunk Link. Hime! Everyone else cried. Dosino! Cried Aramis.
And what? But whom?
Ellipses said a deep, dark voice. I recognize that voice anywhere, growled Jupiter. It was Ganondorf. He had been spying them all this time and planned to capture Zelda from the beginning.
It's that Zelda, Ellipses. You foolish girl! He bellowed. I commend you for fighting my pursuit all these ages. But know that as long as I let these kids run around, you eventually let your guard down and reveal yourself.
Zelda's gem suddenly began to quiver. What's happening? She cried. Link pounded on the glass, but couldn't break down.
Zelda! No, Zelda!
He then began to rise up into the air, way up high. No! Cried Drunk Link.
Get it off! You won't get away with this. Really? I begin to differ!
Ganondorf chuckled.
I already possess the Triforce of Power! And now, with the Triforce of Wisdom, ellipses, just look at where we stand!
That's right, too. Now Ganondorf had 2 complete Triforces. Zelda forgot to give Link the last shard of Triforce of Courage. This meant Link and Ganondorf had 4 pieces each.
Now I have all of this! Ellipses. Once I attain the last bits of the Triforce of Courage! Ellipses. I will gain complete mastery of the universe!
Ganondorf, you've had all 3 Triforces before, and you still lost. Now we find you, forget you first, snapped Link.
That's right! Ellipses.
Ganondorf, you are the most wicked of all villains we've ever faced. Therefore, we must put an end to you and your wicked ways, added Sailor Moon. Everyone raised their fists together. For love and justice! Ulysses. Tsukiyokyo? They all cheered together.
Well, Ulysses, I sincerely doubt that happened, replied Ganondorf. But you wish to say Zelda, Ulysses. Come to my castle, Ulysses. I'll be waiting for you.
His voice faded out, and the gem with Zelda and was gone. Taken away to Ganon's castle, Ellipses, on the asteroid. Link gritted his teeth and clenched his fists really tight.
Zelda! Oh, Zelda! Why? I can't even do tomorrow. I'm so sad. Zelda!